Hello students, welcome to the next video of Snapshot Lesson 3rd Ranga's Marriage by Masti Venkatesh Iyengar. Students, let's proceed. Paragraph 3rd of Ranga's Marriage of Snapshot. Let's see its reading. Just as the mango is special, so is everything else around our village. We have a creeper growing in the ever so fine water of the village pond. Its flowers are a feast to behold. Get 2 leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. You will say, I am rambling. It is always like that when the subject of our village comes up. But enough. If any one of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. I will let you know where Hosahali is and what things are like here. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it. Don't you agree? When I am going to tell you is something that happened 10 years ago. We did not have many people who knew English then. Our village accountant was the first one who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. It is different now. It is different now. There are many who know English. During the holidays, you come across them on every street talking in English. Those days we did not speak in English, nor did we bring in English words while talking in Kannada. What has happened is disgraceful. Believe me, the other day I was in Ramarao's house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Students, see some words as ever so fine water. Ever means always, fine water means ever so fine water pond means always containing clean and fine water. The pond of the village always contain clean and fine water in it. Fish to behold. Fish, often the word feast is used for having dinner in group, but feast to behold means worthy to see at. Worthy to see at. Behold means to see. Feast to behold means worthy to see. देखने लायक or worthy to look at. Creeper means well or a climber. Rambling means deviating from the point or beating around the bushes. We have some phrase as beating around the bushes means deviating from the main stream or main point. For example, we say that come to the point, don't beat the bushes. So here rambling means beating the bushes or deviating from the main point. Enough courage to send means enough dare to send. Street means gully. Disgraceful, insulting against the honor. Disgraceful means insulting or against the honor. Bundle of firewood, a bundle of fagot. That is used for cooking food in village sites. Let's have its explanation. As the narrator has described the special quality of mangoes in Hosali, the author also considers some other things which makes this village special. In his opinion, as the mangoes are special, So is the everything else around their village was special. They have a creeper growing in the always containing fine water pond in the village. Flowers of this creeper are worthy to see, are worthy to be seen when they bloom. Flowers of this creeper in the pond worthy to be seen when they bloom. When you enter in the pond to have a bath, pluck two leaves from this creeper, then you will not need to worry, you will not need to think about having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. Again, the narrator accepts this. Okay, again, the narrator accepts his beating around bush or deviating from the main point or main line. It is always happen in his opinion, in author's opinion, he says such deviation take place when the subject is related to their village, especially Hosali. But it's enough. If any one of the reader wants to visit them, the author advises him to write a letter and he would tell him everything as where the Hosali is and what things are like here. But the best way of knowing to a place is to visit it. What the narrator is going to tell us is something that took place 10 years ago. In those days, there were not so many people who knew English or could converse in English in the village. The village accountant was the first person who had courage enough to send his son to Bangalore to study in modern English medium schools. The things are different now. There are so many people who know English today. During the holidays, one can come across many youths in every street, every gully of the village talking in English. Those days, the people did not speak in English, nor they brought in English words while talking in Kannada. What has happened is insulting. What has happened? The event is insulting in opinion of the author. As the other day, the narrator was in Ramaraj's house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Students, now proceed on the next paragraph. Paragraph 4th. Ramarau's son came out to pay for it. He asked the woman, "How much should I give you?" "4 pies," she said. The boy told her he did not have any change and asked her to come the next morning. The poor woman did not understand the English word change and went away muttering to herself. I too did not know. Later, when I went to Ranga's house and asked him, I understood what it meant. This priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorstep announcing, "The accountant's son has come." The boy, who had gone to Bangalore for his studies, in here. It is here, it seems. And come, Rangas is here. Let's go and have a look. Attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, "Why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here." A boy, a fellow without any brains, said, loud enough for everyone to hear, What are you doing here then? A youngster, immature and without any manners, thinking that all these things were now of the past. I kept quiet. Now, see its explanation. Before the explanation of this paragraph, let's see some words related to it. As muttering. Muttering means to speak quietly or in a low voice, usually because you are annoyed about something. This word muttering is used when we speak quietly in very low voice, and the condition is when we are annoyed about something or you don't want people to hear it. For example, I didn't even want to come in the first place, he muttered. I didn't even want to come at the first place, he muttered. Commodity. Commodity means a product. Commodity means a product that can be sold to make profit. English is a priceless commodity. Now you can understand the importance of this language, that achieve achieve efficiency in this language is going to prove a useful product, useful thing, useful skill of which you can earn what you want. As commodity, I think commodity means a product that can be sold to make profit. As agricultural commodities, for example, agricultural commodities. Its meaning a useful quality. Commodity means when we are going to use in formal language, it's a useful quality. As time is a precious commodity. Time is a precious commodity. Wide, widespread. Widespread means famous, known to everyone. Decade, a period of 10 years, is called decade. Immature means lack of experience, lack of knowledge, lack of practical or worldly knowledge, is called immature. Now see explanation of this paragraph. The son of Ramarao came out to pay the price of the firewood. He asked the woman how much money he should give her. The woman replied, 4 paise. On this, the boy told her that he hadn't had any change and asked the woman to come the next morning, that is, tomorrow. The poor woman did not understand the meaning of the English word change and went away whispering to herself, muttering to herself. The narrator himself also did not know the meaning of this word change. Later, afterwards, when the narrator went to Ranga's house and asked him, he understood what it meant. According to author, the English language is a precious commodity or a precious product. But the popularity of this language was not so widespread in their village a decade ago. Due to this reason, the homecoming of Ranga was a great event for the simple villagers. The simple villagers rushed to his house crying or announcing that the accountant's son has come. Other announced the boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here, it seems. And someone announced, come, Ranga is here, let's go and have a look. Attracted by the crowd, the narrator himself also went and stood in the courtyard or stood in the dooryard and asked the gathered people why all those people had come. Also said, there is no performing monkey here. There was a boy, a stupid, senseless fellow. There was a boy, a stupid, senseless fellow. He was, and he spoke loudly enough, audible to everyone present there. Said, what I was doing there then. I, the narrator, kept quiet as the boy was one of the youngsters who are immature and without manners, thinking that manners, etiquette, and respective attitude for the elderly people are now the things of the past. So he did not speak anything. Students, let's proceed on the next paragraph of this lesson, paragraph 5th of Ranga's marriage of snapshots. Let's see its reading. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile on his face. Had we all gone inside, the place would have turned into what people call the black hole of Calcutta. Thank God it did not. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago when he had first left our village. An old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest, looked into his eyes, and said, the Janevara is still there. He hasn't lost his cost. She went away soon after that. Ranga laughed. Once they realized that Ranga still had the same hands, legs, eyes, and nose, the crowd melted away like a lump of sugar in a child's mouth. I continued to stand there. After everyone had gone, I asked, how are you, Rangappa? Is everything well with you? It was only then that Ranga noticed me. He came near me and did a namaskar respectfully, saying, I am all right with your blessing. Now, see some words related to this paragraph as black hole. Black hole is a historical term. The historical event of the Fort William in Calcutta, in which many English men were killed due to overcrowding or overcramping of people in a big hall. Due to lack of fresh air, all the English were died. Okay, this is called the event of black hole. Here, the author exaggerates this point that the number of people were increased so much in Rangappa house to see him that if the people were not gathered in the open yard of his house, then the event of black hole might took place. Okay, Janevara. Janevara means sacred thread, often put on by the sacred Hindus. Sacred thread often put on by the Hindus, religious Hindus. Still, it realized means felt that lump of sugar, that is lump of clay, okay, piece of sugar, that is lump of sugar means a piece of sugar. Now see the explanation of this paragraph. There were many people gathered in the yard of Ranga's house with the curiosity to see changes in Ranga by being in the city. Seeing so many people gathered at the dooryard, Ranga came out from his house with a smiling face. If all the people would have gone inside the house, the place would have turned into the black hole of Calcutta. Students, as you know, many English people were killed by being crammed in a big hall and died due to lack of enough fresh air. By God's grace, it did not happen in the house of Rangappa. When Ranga came out, everyone was surprised to find that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago, when he had left first their village. An old lady who stood near him ran her hand over his chest, looked into his eyes, and said that the boy still had put on the sacred thread, that is, Janeu or Janevara. Being sacred thread on the chest, that is, putting on Janeu on his chest, meant he had not lost his caste. After finding no change in her view, the old lady soon went away to her daily routine. Ranga laughed at the innocent comment of the lady that the boy had not changed his caste. Once the simple folk of the village realized that Ranga still had the same hands, legs, eyes, and nose, the crowd started to melt away, that is, to move away to their usual work, like a lump of sugar in a child's mouth. The narrator didn't move from the place. He continued to be stood there. After having gone everyone, the narrator asked Ranga how he was. Was everything well with him? It was the time when Ranga noticed the narrator. He came near him and did a namaskar respectfully. He told him that he was all right with his blessings.